Thanks for sitting down with us. Appreciate it. So tell me a little bit about the role that you're playing.
Yeah, David is a pediatrician, doctor of some type in New York City, best friend of Josh, and eventually meets Lucas, and they start having a romantic relationship, and eventually kind of tie the knot, get settled down and all that. So yeah, and also like has a moment with Liz at the end when kind of a lot has come crashing down in her life. Kind of has a moment with her that yeah, kind of is like a good tying up of a lot of themes of the show.
Oh, good. Now, is there something that in the role that drew you to the role, or even the show? Like, what was the reason? Like, oh yeah, I want to audition for that.
Yeah, I didn't know the show or the role, but in the callback process, I kind of started to learn a little bit more about like the themes of the show and kind of what Lucas and David, their kind of arc as a couple, and I thought it was really interesting, and it's like a really cool queer relationship that kind of I feel is very real. Like the problems that they have are very like relatable, and how they kind of get through it is it just feels like something I recognize, and the music is really great. It's really fun to sing it. Yeah.
Now, do you have a favorite musical that you're always like, that's the one, one that's close to your heart or something?
Yeah, I think like of all time, I think it's Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812.
Oh,
which is
okay.
Kinda,
all right.
I saw it twice, and I've never kind of had that experience of seeing something, and I'm just like I couldn't like forget the experience of seeing it. And yeah, I just revisit it all the time. I read War and Peace. I like became a super Tolstoy nerd, and it's changed as I've gotten older. And I just think those are the best shows that really it just speaks to like how great the writing is. Of like it really speaks to different parts of like the human experience.
Yeah. What now? Is there a dream role out there for you, whether it's from Natasha or some other show?
Definitely Pierre, but also just like new musicals. I kind of am at a point where I really like surprises like this. Like this wasn't really on my radar, and I just kind of like try to draw something from every experience, because I do think there is something to be mined from everything. So just kind of want to keep performing.
Yeah. So when you're not performing, like what do you do like in your real life? And we all have survival jobs. So what are you doing?
Yeah,
theater
for sure. I manage a hot yoga studio in Echo Park.
Oh, okay.
Called North 3 Yoga, and then I also am a teacher at California School of the Arts. I teach musical theater to high schoolers.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's definitely like nice to be in a musical, to be able to kind of like give real life examples and really just be reminded of all the kind of basic principles, and like, oh yeah, like that's how you learn a song, that's how you build a character, that's how you like do the whole thing.
Yeah. Are you inviting some of your students out to see the show? This is how we do it.
I was gonna say it might be like thematically. It's just I mean this is like PG-13, so like it's just on the edge. Then I'm like I don't know, but I definitely will talk about it and be like and I just think the generation of kids right now like there's such a love of musical theater and so much excitement for it. So it's been really great to kind of meet them in the middle, and just I remember being that age and discovering musical theater. So it's been a really interesting experience of being reminded of like, oh yeah, like it is, a lot of this is much simpler than we make it out to be, of like just storytelling and music, and it's a very common human thing that we're drawn to.
Yeah. Now, are you a native Angelino, or where do you come from?
I grew up in Rancho Cucamonga, so
that's
an hour inland. So it's SoCal. And LA. I've lived in New York and Philadelphia, and when I got to LA, it just felt like home in a different way. And I think that's just, I love the state of California. I've grown, I think, the most here. For sure.
So what preceded the trip to going to back east and then coming back here?
I went to school in Philadelphia for musical theater, and then I moved to New York right after graduation, and pandemic happened, and I just kind of, LA was always my long-term goal. Like, I was going to give New York a try. After a couple years of it, was like, it's not just a lifestyle. I love New York. I like have so many friends there still. I love the energy of being there is so different from LA. Especially artistically and creatively. But here like have found so many different pockets of just really, especially strikes and post fires, just like people still creating in that environment. I'm like have never been more inspired, even though there's a lot of like shifting and scary stuff that kind of has been a reality we've had to accept.
So, last question for you is, so why should someone come see this production of this show?
I think someone should come see this production of If Then, because I think something I've learned in this process, because I feel like at a very Liz point, or Elizabeth point, I should say,
right.
Where I think everyone's at a questioning of like their life, and like we're faced with like a huge question of like, what do I want? What type of human connection do I want to carry with me the rest of my life? That I ultimately think is what the show is saying, of like that is the core of like what it is to like have a human experience. It's like being able to connect with other humans, and that comes with pain, that comes with loss, like, and so it ultimately is an acceptance of that, of like you still experience it because it's what makes life worth living, but there are these really terrible or traumatic experiences that do shape us into who we are. So I think that's why it's like I think we're all at that place right now. We really need to be reminded of that.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.